Good morning, guys. I just wanted to pop in here because this has been on my heart all morning. Actually, multiple days, multiple times in my life. This is on my heart. And a lot of it comes from this purse. So I put in the caption, Tip Tuesday, live generously. And something that has brought this back to my mind is we were at church on Sunday, and our pastor, we're going through the book of Ecclesiastes, which, if you don't know, that's, they believe it to be King Solomon at the end of his life, sharing like wisdom. And in so many different verses, he talks about how, he basically says all of this is pointless, a chasing after the wind. And he's talking about the pursuit of worldly possessions, building up all your treasures here, being a workaholic. He talks about being a workaholic is bad, being lazy is bad. This past Sunday, we were talking about how relationships are really the most important thing in your life, not the things in your life. And we all know that, right? Like, we all know that on the surface, but it's so easy to get wrapped up in just buying things or trying to get the next car or dream home, or thinking once I have this house, this will make me happy. Once I have this car, this will make me happy. Once I pay off this debt, this will make me happy. And it never does. And I can tell you from experience, there is peace to having your debts paid off, because I have lived like poor. I think I shared this on a live. I can't remember if it was in this group somewhere, but I've shared it many times. When Mike and I were first married, I had $20 a week that I would spend garage sailing, and that's how I clothed our whole family. And God provided for us through that time, and we were fine. Years later, was able to pay off debt. We have a house that's paid for, and we have no debt on our vehicles unless you count the Mercedes, but Park Lane pays that payment every month. And there's still times that I'm stressed out over stuff, and all of those things have not made me just instantly like perfectly happy. Life still has problems, and that is not what brings you joy. He said in the sermon on Sunday, and I find this to be so true, that when you give to the people around you, that is what brings you joy. And we were out at I'll just tell you, we were at the casino not too long ago, because that's, I almost called him Mike. That's Jamie's favorite place. Jamie's my current husband of 13 years. We just had our anniversary yesterday, but he loves to go to the casino every once in a while. And I went with him a while back, and the lady at the roulette table, she was complimenting my jewelry, and I just took off one of my necklaces and gave it to her. And that felt so good. Made her day. She's actually in this group. But I wanted to talk about this purse. This purse is nothing I gave away. So, 20 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, I was sitting at a dinner with a bunch of women from my church. And this is back in my poor Carolyn days. And I did have a sparkly purse at the time, because I did sell jewelry. And, but it was like a $20 purse with, rhinestones all over it. And we're sitting at the table, and my pastor's wife, her name was Lisa. She passed away this past year. She had this beautiful Coach purse. And I have worn it to pieces. It has the hot pink liner. I had never owned a designer bag. And I said something to that effect at the table. She goes, but you have such a cute purse. I was like, I know, thank you. It is cute. She goes, how about we trade? I was like, what? She goes, yeah, let's trade. Right here, let's trade. And I almost busted out crying. I could not believe that somebody was going to give me this designer purse, and she was going to take her stuff home in my little generic $20 no-name purse. But she did it. And we sat there at that table. I dumped out all my belongings, which, FYI, we should clean out our purses more often, ladies. Because somebody offers to do this for you. Everybody's going to see all the junk you have in your purse. But I don't even remember that part of it. I just remember the amazing feeling that she loved me that much that she would give me, people say they'll give you the shirt off your back. Well, if a woman will give you the purse off her shoulder, I think that's bigger than the shirt off her back. And this Coach purse, even though I have worn it out and I don't carry it anymore, I will never get rid of this because it was such a meaningful, defining moment for me. And good morning, Dana. So I want to know, have you ever had someone completely selflessly just give you something like that? And the more I think about it, I can think about time after time after time in my life when people have generously given to me. When Mike passed away in 2010, we had people send me and the boys money, people that we didn't even know. We had people bring us food. It was just amazing. And so moving forward, now that we're not so broke and now that we can afford nice things, it feels better. And this is to the point that our pastor was making. It feels better to take what you have and share it with the people around you. And that's one of the things that I love to do here in this group. That's why we do so many giveaways, which, speaking of, I need to do our top contributor drawing for last month. But I'm not prepared to do that right now. I just wanted to share what was on my heart because Lisa Harrison meant so much to me. Many of you in this, a number of you in this group knew her and loved her. And after she passed away, I even messaged her husband to talk to him about this story and just what a difference she made in my life. They moved away, I want to say in 2012. So they weren't even here when Jamie and I got married. You know what? They moved away in 2010, just a few months after Mike passed away. They got called to serve in another state and they moved away. And she still, to this day, is one of the most influential women in my life. And it's not just because of this purse. She would invite me over to her house and she would let me go through her clothes. I have other friends in this group who also give me clothes still, even though I can buy my own clothes now, which is one of the reasons why I never sell clothes. I give them away because that has been impactful for me. I will find somebody else on my team or somebody else local. I used to give them to the girls in my youth group, but now they're all older than me and I don't have a youth group anymore. Not older than me, but they're my size, or they moved away. Allie, you need to come back. I could give you clothes. But it's just such a good feeling. So one of the fun things about Park Lane is because we earn all this free jewelry, I carry jewelry in my purse and I give it away to wait staff. I've given it away to women at the drive-thru. Sometimes people do join my VIP group from it and they may end up being a customer someday, but oftentimes I just give it away when I don't even have time to get their information or to potentially make a sale. Jamie has even asked me, he goes, is everybody a mark to you? And I'm like, no, everybody is not a mark to me, but I do love building relationships with people. I love blessing others and I love to make somebody smile. So my tip for today, no matter what you're going through, no matter how hard your life is right now, whether you feel like you have nothing to give, I want to encourage you, find someone that you can bless with something today. Maybe they need reading glasses and you have a pair of Dollar Tree reading glasses on your head and they compliment you on them. You could go, oh my gosh, thanks, I got these from Dollar Tree. Here, you can have them. Oh, it's okay, I have more at home. Find something that you can do. You probably all don't have a purse full of jewelry like I do. But there is a way, and we can always give compliments. Those are free. We can always offer to pray for people. That is free. But when you can give somebody something tangible, sometimes it's not so much the object that you give them, it's the thought that you thought about them. It's them thinking, wow, that was so kind of her to think of me. I'll just say it. My friend Yvette, she messages me every once in a while. She's like, Carolyn, I just cleaned out my closet. You want all these clothes? And I'm like, yes, I want those clothes. And I am so touched that she thinks about me and that some of them I keep and some of them I pass on to the next person. But when you can bless somebody else like that, you will make their day, but more importantly, you will make your day. And you will have that joy running over of being able to share the blessings that God has given you and not just hoarding stuff, which I don't think any of you are hoarding your stuff anyways. But sometimes we have to be reminded. I have to be reminded. I have to actively think about it because it's very easy to go on about your day and just power through it. Oh, I have another example. Jamie, this past weekend, Jamie will give someone the shirt off of his back. He gave the girl the pants off of his body once. We were at a Halloween party, and he had shorts under these pants. And Dylan's date that was with him, she was wearing a little skimpy costume, and it was an outdoor Halloween party. And she was freezing, and Jamie goes, he was wearing a pirate costume. He pulled off his pants. He was like, do you want to wear these? And Dylan was like, Jamie, put your pants back on. But again, he had shorts on. But that's not even the story I wanted to tell you. This past weekend, when we were at the cabin, he went into town to get, he got me Casey's breakfast pizza, because when we're at the cabin, I always get Casey's breakfast pizza. And he had to pick up a couple other things. But when he got back, he said, hey, we bought some other little girl breakfast and got her some gas. I was like, okay. And then he told me the story. It was the 2nd of the month, which, did anybody else's credit card expire? Because mine did. I had an email that morning saying my credit card had expired on one of my subscriptions. And I had just told him that story. He said she had the same problem you did. She was at the gas station, and whether this is true or not my job to decide. She said her credit card had just expired. She couldn't get the gas. And so he put gas in her car and he bought her breakfast. And, he loves doing stuff like that, and he just does that naturally. He doesn't need a reminder. He just walks around with a generous spirit and a generous heart all the time. I had to learn it from other people because I have always been, ever since I was young, I've always wanted things. I think maybe because I felt like I didn't get them when I was younger, or we were always on a tight budget. When I was a kid, I couldn't have the name brand stuff. So I've always wanted the nice things, and I've slowly collected the nice things. And then the older you get, you realize the nice things don't really matter. And then being able to give the nice things away now is an even better feeling. We're doing a swag bag event for our team right now. I'm giving away a Kate Spade purse. I'm driving down to Oklahoma on Saturday because one of the girls on my team promoted. I'm giving away another designer purse. And every time I get to give away a designer purse, for whatever reason, I think about Lisa Harrison, who gave me this purse all those years ago at that dinner at a restaurant, just because I said, wow, I've never had a designer purse. And she just gave it to me. So I hope this encourages you today. If you find someone to be generous to today, and you want to share your story, I would love to hear about it. Hope you guys have a great Tuesday, and I will talk to you later. Bye.